Hi, welcome to the spaceship.
What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here. We are
roll.
back with another State of the Game. We got quite a few updates to go ahead and update all you guys. But first of all, we want to say welcome back to those that have tuned in every single Monday with us on State of the Game. Welcome, welcome. And to those that are new, welcome. What else can I say? Welcome to the State of the Game. So in these segments here, we like to talk about the progression of the Vanquishers TCG project, where we're at, where it's growing to be at. But before we get started, we like to go ahead and introduce all the developers behind this beautiful project that we got going on here, the Vanquishers TCG. Again, my name is Charlie. I am the creator and one of the developers behind this beautiful project here. Booyah.
I guess it's my turn. We're gonna talk about me and what I do. I'm the one who don't get to sleep. I'm the one who gets to make sure all things are taken care of, even when I gotta yell at people and make things happen, guys. I promise you. We here. I'm Jason. I handle the business administration side and the social media marketing. If you have any questions, you have anything you'd like to know, just message me. If I don't know the answer, I will direct it to whoever can answer your questions. And if I can't get the answer at that moment, I will find it for you. I promise you this.
Mira, yo me llamo José. Yo tengo arroz con salchicha. Tú sabes. Web and app developer. You know what it is.
Hold on real quick. What is going on?
He's not eating spicy chicken nuggets?
Hold on. Something happened where
That's
it didn't
not right.
transition. Hold on. Why did it not transition?
It's all right, guys. It's because he's not eating spicy chicken nuggets.
Hold on. The camera's not transitioning for some anonymous reason. Jay, say something.
It's because Jose is not eating spicy chicken nuggets. He's gonna break the internet.
What is this thing doing? Hold on. It's not. How do you set this to where it's voice command again?
Because you broke it.
I think I did something.
And it broke.
Brandon,
Hey,
say
what's going
something.
on, Vanquishers? It's the game balancer. Let's go.
Guys, listen.
Switch it now.
I'm forcefully switching them. I'm switching them now. I don't know why. It usually does it based off audio and and vocals. It's not doing it right now. What the heck?
You're gonna have to work a little harder.
Hold on. Nah. Hold on. Let me see if maybe I can back out of this, guys. Let's see. Exit.
Right before
Let me blow this up.
How does this work?
All right,
You
so
can
let's
switch
full
your
screen it.
faces.
Try this again. I don't know. Somebody say something besides Jason.
Buenos días, yo me llamo José.
Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to be the one to manually switch people in and out. It sucks, but it is what it is. Listen, I did something. Hey, it has been a decent state of the game for the past few, right? We didn't really mess up until, and I ain't even taking ownership to this mess up. So it is what it is.
You're the one that controls it.
All right, but something happened. So let's go ahead and move forward. So basically, what we cover in these segments is going to be the social media network. It's going to be our web and app updates, and of course, the tabletop simulator and physical card game updates, which we got quite a bit of updates to actually cover on each segment tonight. But we're going to go ahead, without further ado, let's get started, Mr. Jason. Let's go on ahead and let the community know about the social media and network updates.
All right. Hey, cool kids, what's going on? Welcome to the class that you're never gonna pass, because we over here passing out a whole lot of tests. All right, so we're gonna talk about a few different things on what's going on. Kickstarter status. Funds were sent to us from Kickstarter. They took their chunk, and then BackerKit took their chunk. So just full disclosure, full transparency. We ended up in our account to order everything about $52,000. So don't let the $68,000
fool you. The Jedi mind tricks.
So we had about $52,000 to start ordering everything and everything going. With that occurring, full transparency, we did switch our 3,000 booster boxes to 1,500 booster boxes are going to be ordered. That's more than enough to get everyone their booster boxes and have some left over for the people that might have missed out and might be looking to get some booster boxes still. We know all last week, just so everybody knows, all of last week, I've had a lot of people that were hit by the hurricane message me or message the Vanquisher channels and stuff like that, and say that they wanted to get something, but things happened due to the hurricane, due to some financial issues, and money had to get moved around. Some of our big backers even directed that kind of information to us. So by all means, guys, BackerKit's going to be sent out soon. I'm pushing for it to be pushed out tomorrow. It's just that there's little things
All right, guys. Yeah, we had our system crashed, or my system crashed, so we apologize for this delay, or whoever it is that's tuning back in. We appreciate you guys' patience. I guess that's been explaining a little bit of what's been going on in the back end. But Mr. Jason, I apologize for that session there, man. Let's go ahead and continue on with your segment here on the.
You know you meant to do that.
We pushed the self-destruct. I pushed the self-destruct button on accident.
You went Inspector Gadget on us, and he didn't throw the paper out fast enough.
All right, Mr. Jason, I apologize. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jason's Corner. We talk about Vanquishers TCG. Beautiful things, wonderful things that are happening. I don't know how far we got when I was talking, but I'm going to talk about it again.
I believe we were talking about the backer kit. From my understanding, you were talking about backer kit and how glorious they are. How much you love them. You were definitely talking about that off the screen, too.
Backer kit. Backer kit. All of you wonderful TCGs out there, because you know we love all you guys that are doing the thing we doing, making great games. For the ones that are making great games, backer kit. Have fun if you are using backer kit, because it was a whole lot of fun. But the good thing with backer kit, it gives a chance for everybody who pledged, who were not able to put a payment through, able to put their payment through once the backer kit surveys go out. So I can say backer kit is
reliable for that, at least, you know.
It has
allows
that good thing going for it. And you know, I'm not trying to harp on it too bad. Their customer service, their rep they gave me was really good. They literally sent me video walkthroughs of every time I had a question. So I'm not going to say that their customer service or their team is bad in any kind of way. They're really, really helpful. Communicate daily with me since this whole setup. So I will give them that. Their UI is, so just my opinion. But we have it all set up. The last parts of it are basically should be good tomorrow. The surveys, either tomorrow or the day after, the surveys should go out for everyone to confirm what they need to do to confirm or add add-ons to their pledge. With that being said, in the beginning, I did say, just so you guys know, we are going from 3,000 booster boxes to 1,500, just to make sure that everyone gets their pledge, and we still have some product left over for the people that might have got hit by or impacted or had any financial issues during, we have recession going on and the hurricane going on and stuff like that. So anyone that might still want to order some stuff, we're going to have some pretty cool stuff going on after everyone's pledges are sent out and stuff like that. People will still be able to possibly get some of those products. And then it also gives us products to show to LGSs and stuff like that as well, and keep that growth happening. So just be on the lookout for that to either drop tomorrow or the day after for the backer kit. So everything should be good to go on that. The other things that's been going on, just so you guys know, at this point, everything is ordered for product wise. So we actually ordered a few things. So we're gonna have extra mats. We're gonna have extra battle dials. We're going to have extra stuff for you guys to also get even after backer kit is done. So just be on the lookout for that. Remember, if you are local to us, you can select local pickup. And every Tuesday, we will be at Nerdy Needs. So you can meet with us at Nerdy Needs on a Tuesday. We're usually there between 6 p.m. and close. So you can just select local pickup and just come pick your items up from us, and you don't have to worry about shipping and handling. If you are not local, you will be able to see what the setups for that is, for those options. As we keep going forward, we're going to show you more and more stuff. Like last week, we showed you guys that we had the different foil options we were looking at. Just so you know, all those foil options are not foil options that we're selecting. They're just different samples we're looking at and what we're going to do. Through this whole process, a lot of people know that we focus on gameplay and things like that. So you didn't see a lot of shiny cards from us. But what I'm going to say right now is, guys, we're going to let the floodgates open soon. So just be ready see the shiny cards that y'all been waiting for. We got a lot of different options. We're just confirming with the printers on what we want to do foil-wise, pattern-wise, and all that kind of stuff. Something that me and Charlie really didn't care for was box toppers. But we're going to do something really cool at box toppers that as we get closer to having it in hand, we're going to show you guys what we're going to be doing along lines of box toppers. So just be on the lookout for more of that stuff. So everything, basically the boxes, the flip boxes for the starter decks, the dice trays, all that stuff is ordered and on the way. And we're going to be good to go. So everything should be lining up pretty good. We don't control the postage and how product moves, but we're doing our best to make sure everything gets here as fast as possible for all of you guys to get your hands on it. So just be on the lookout. Just a lot of stuff going on, staying busy every day, and the aspect of communicating with these printers and communicating with these people to get all these cards and stuff done. So just be on the lookout for more and more updates as we go. We got an exclusive update tonight that we're going to show you a little later on during Brandon and Charlie's part of it. But just so you guys know, everyone who did back us and did not drop pledge, you guys are going to be getting a special exclusive card just for staying with us through the whole situation and what happened on Kickstarter and the hurricane and stuff like that. So the exclusive card, it's called Ian's Vortex. It's going to be a one-of-one theme card. And remember, we told you guys that we were only going to do one theme card, and that was the Spectral Grenade. But because of the life-changing event that, directly, impacted us and our communities, we thought it was just right to do a exclusive card for everyone who stayed backing us, whether it was backing us through, no matter what you did. If you pledged and backed us, you get that card. And then also do remember, we do have everyone who made those comments, the first 100 comments. I'm going to go through all the comments in Kickstarter, and everyone who made those comments, they get a free Spectral Grenade on top of if they ordered anything. And then also, just remember, if you are part of our community and you pledged and you want a chance, everyone has a chance to win a booster box just for being part of the Kickstarter. So everyone has a chance to win one of those. So we're going to have that being situated. Okay. How many are being printed of those cards? So literally the Ian's Vortex, we're just going to print enough for everyone to get one. So it's going to be exclusively just for the people that backed us. So we had 178 backers. So more than likely I'll order around 200 of them just to make sure that we have that, that little bit of
cushion. Make sure everyone does get their card in case there's any issues or things within that nature.
Like that.
Yep.
Yeah. And just know that this exclusive version, the Ian's Vortex, it could come out later in a different variant for it to be part of one of the sets in the future. But for right now, it's just going to be a themed card version, and it has its own ability and stuff like that. So once we get closer to the end of the stream tonight, y'all will see that.
Shout out to Zip. Thanks for the sub, bro.
Oh yeah, Zip.
Zippity doodah. That's my
Zip.
guy. Zip, yo, I showed you my I showed you, not mine, I showed you your card of Carlos. I don't have it right next to me right now, but I think I showed everybody a little bit, but they've seen some videos of it already. But one of the prototypes we got in, I showed it to Zip. I said, I got to send it to you for all the love and for, being part of the team and stuff like that. So, and we've already talked to Zip and stuff like that. So the comic book, we were trying to hit some numbers for the comic book. We didn't for the continuation of the comic books, but we already in talks with Zip to get it situated. We're gonna get the next comic book going. It's not gonna stop us because of fundage. It just might come out a little slower, but it's gonna happen because Zip is a solid connect, a solid professional. Like, we're not gonna stop rocking with them. So just so you guys know, be on the lookout for more of the comic book, and we'll keep you guys updated as we keep going. Like, when a new page is up, we can probably show a sneak peek here and there. So you know what I mean? Just be on the lookout for that. Nothing's stopping. We gotta keep on going.
Oh yeah, check it through.
But yeah, just stay to the end if you guys want to see the artwork and see what the Ian's Vortex card is. I think Brandon, Jose has not seen it, but Brandon has seen it. Me and Charlie sat down and worked on the artwork for that. He yelled at me, I yelled at him, but we came out with something pretty great.
Yeah, it should have been called Jason and Charlie's Vortex because we were.
We were vortexing.
Oh man, if you guys only knew.
But yeah, definitely everything's good to go. Everything's moving forward. Everything is being ordered. So stay tuned, guys. It's gonna keep going.
It's just the beginning. Like
You know what I'm saying?
it hasn't even started yet, man. Hey, you're saying too much right now. Oh, hold on. That's actually to scale. That's to scale. That's actually to scale. Man, that's pretty dope. All right, so that is essentially the social media network. If you guys have any questions and maybe something that wasn't answered, you can feel free to go ahead and leave a comment or just reach out to us on Discord. We're very active in our community, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. So that is our social and media. That's our social media and network updates. Let's go ahead and move on to the web and app updates with Mr. Jose Chuleta Chancleta.
Buenos días, yo me llamo José. El hombre que sabe que tú no sabes, you know what I say.
So hey, hold on. Before we get started, hold on, because
sound effects, you get music, you get it all right here.
And you see the reason why I'm singing.
You get the spice.
Hold on. Speaking of spice, this weekend you had the opportunity to take one of those little Pacquiao knock you out spice chips.
Oh no!
Yeah, let's talk about this for a minute on the stream. I heard you were offered, but you backed away, man. What happened?
Hey, somebody's
all
in
that
the
crap,
building.
but you ain't do nothing.
Hey, I didn't say I was gonna do it.
You talking all that crap?
Somebody in the building that's here right now in the chat took the ability to open one up for himself. He looked at it, contemplated, and then ate the whole chip. And it was not a great deal.
Let me give my testimony. I'm going to be honest. When I saw you guys doing that, I relived the moment because I was at a restaurant with my whole family and my nephew had those in his pocket. He pulled it right out. Talk about, hey, man, you need to try one of these Packy chip things. I was like, man, whatever. I ain't going to do all that. And he was like, no, these are supposed to tear you up. I was like, all right, whatever, man. I took that. Let me tell you guys something. Do not do that. Don't do it, man. It will, it is the worst experience in the world. I don't care how much of a man you think you are.
No.
This is bad.
If Brandon does it. If Brandon does it, I'll do it.
The tip of it.
Hey, y'all hear this? Hold on, bump that. Hey, okay, let's have a death battle. All right, y'all gonna have to play for y'all lives. All right. So what we're gonna do is a death battle, and whoever loses gotta take one of the packet chips live. Not live on the street, but we'll probably do something off to the side because it's gonna get pretty rugged. I don't know what y'all think. If y'all think it is bad, it is bad, guys. I'm gonna be real.
It was like,
and
I'm guessing
sounds like battery acid. He is not understand. Yo, this is some ruthless stuff. So I'm sorry for cutting you off, Mr. Jose. I just heard you chicken out, and I just wanted to go live with everybody on the stream showing how you chickened out.
Great, thank you. Thank you. Damn, that's how you gonna put your dev like down like that?
Yo, spicy chicken. All right, bro. So let's go ahead and go with the web and app updates, man.
I guess it's the not so spicy chicken now.
Damn, Yaki, cut it on me. What? I'm gonna make mine short and sweet.
My wife said you're mild, Jose.
Hey, you mild.
Oh, you got Bethany making blows, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get with it. Let's get with it. All right, web and app updates.
If anybody's gone onto the website as of lately, maybe the past hour or so, today I have been working my butt off to get something very special. It was actually requested on the Discord, and if you go on there right now, you can actually see that we are actually on Spotify.
Oh, nice.
Doing podcasts. We are actually on Apple Podcast. We are on iHeartRadio with the podcast. So whatever you guys have, y'all can listen to us wherever you go now.
So hold on. Pump the brakes. Let me get an understanding of this. You're telling me right now obviously this isn't live on a podcast, but it just like streams after? Or is it live?
Well, what I would have to do is once this is done, I will put it on there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like how I put it on YouTube, I put it on there too.
Oh wow, look at that, guys. So, look,
what you're saying is that we're gonna be famous.
We're gonna be so famous. Oh my God, the
blurred edition. Look, that's Brandon's favorite right there. That's Brandon's favorite.
This is right now. This is iHeartRadio. You can get on our last week's podcast. You can get on. This is your whatchamacallit. This is your Apple podcast, and then you have your Spotify on here. So that's my little update.
You know I'm adding podcaster to my resume now.
Yo, what? Yo, that's a thing, bro. I like that, man. Yo, Jose, really been. So this goes back and this goes into full circle about us listening. So apparently somebody in our community made a comment that they would love for us to have a podcast and love to do these in a podcast because they would like to hear us as they drive. And look, Jose managed to do that. My man.
Less than 24 hours.
Less than 24. Was it that short? Man, dang, that's pretty.
Tell me how many was doing it like that, Jose?
I saw the podcast. I mean, I
always try to tell people, whatever you ask Jose to do, he'll do it. You just gotta ask him,
or at least try to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, it's what I do.
You know, but and also just as another small update from Jose's side of things. We might have a great outcome. Again, we've already been working on the tournament page for the website. Jose's working on a few other things with the tournament page itself, which is hopefully it works out. Hopefully it works out. That's all I'm asking. So if it's ways,
ask you to eat a Pacquiao chip.
Asking for the Pacquiao chip. Pacquiao.
No, sir. You're crazy as hell.
Yo, Sasquatch.
Yo, Sasquatch, appreciate you for the sub, bro. For real, yo, that prime is love, baby. Thank you, man. We appreciate you tenfold.
Okay. All
right. So, Mr. Jose, is there anything else we need to update as far as those segments there?
Go to the merch store, buy some shirts.
Merch.
Go back to us.
Yes.
Get more stuff.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
It helps grows and scales the business, man. All right. So
pretty soon I'll be updating the print to play cards once Charlie and get done for the last time.
Okay. So you can't just blame me and Brandon for that. Yes, you gotta understand. Every time I go to Jose with an update, he's like, "Yo, another one." I'm like, "Bro, you don't understand. So let's go ahead and cut Jose's segment and let's go right into our segment here. Mr. Jose, we appreciate you guys. Called you out, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and move into the Web app updates. Mr. Brandon, oh, my bad, Web app updates. The tabletop Mr. simulator and the physical card game updates. So, Mr. Brandon,
we don't want Web app updates.
Nah, not twice. No, especially not from you.
Your computer will be crashing in like 2 seconds.
All right, so the tabletop and physical updates. So we're gonna go ahead and push right through. If anybody needs, here goes Said Storm. It was Said Storm. Yeah, there you go.
Cedric,
I think it might have been him.
You missed the most important part, man. You should have hit that notify button.
Hey,
you've been here on time.
But what I can tell you though, Cedric, is when you have a chance. You can go ahead and get it. You can hear the podcast on Spotify right now.
Headphones off, man.
Man, hit that notify button. Brandon gonna tell you every week now.
Yo, that is Brandon's spiel, and he hit it right in the middle of the entire thing. Yo, Brandon, you special, man. All right, look, let's get started with this. Mr. Brandon, really quickly for anybody that's new into our community that just came on in or anybody that's still within our community, where can they get access to play with a dev at guaranteed times, hours of the day? Where can they go?
All right, Vanquishers. The first place you're going to want to go is to Vanquishers TCG.com. You're going to want to register, and after you have registered, you're going to have access to our tabletop simulator mod. So you'll be able to go ahead and click that, download it, and then you'll be able to play for free on Tabletop Simulator. And then you're also going to want to go to the print and play section. And Jose just updated for like the 50th time.
Yes.
All 150 cards.
Yes.
So you're going to have everything that you need to play print and play version or play on Tabletop Simulator. And if you have no one to play with, all you got to do is hit me up. Every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, especially now more than ever, we're having a very active community that are playing all hours of the day, and we really appreciate all you guys out there. In fact,
and if you go in there and you tag Who did they tag again, Jason? I always forget.
With the test players?
Yeah, play testers.
Play testers. There's a play testers. And
you'll get tag play testers. It's gonna hit everyone who wants to be a play tester, who wants to play with other people, and somebody's always on at some time or another.
Yeah, to showcase.
If you're not a play tester and you want to be a play tester to be part of that group, I will put up a link. I put up I'll put something in the community so that you can mark it, so I can put you that role. If you want
that, and even if you're trying to learn and you're having a problem finding, a time for someone to get on with you, if you get tagged by that play tester, then you just might be available to learn.
Right. Just really quickly to overview what Brandon was mentioning here at the very top, you can go into the Steam icon here, and if you click that, you'll go immediately right into our mod for the Tabletop Simulator. If you just hit subscribe right here, you'll immediately get access to the mod. Over here will be the print and play option as one of the tabs. If you're on PC, make sure that you are obviously logged in and subscribed, and you'll just print the download here, and once you click it, it'll download the file and you can immediately print and play. And then of course, like Brandon also stated, that you can communicate with us on Discord, and you can actually PM or what was it that you reached out to the game testers and or just anybody in general, just going to the physical card games or into the TTS area at playtesters. That's what it is. Leave me to go ahead and give you the updates. I'll tear that all up. All right, so Mr. Brandon,
we knew what you meant.
Yeah, so we are definitely coasting through a couple of changes and updates. We did get reports from quite a few of our players. Again, we're having a more active community that are playing the game more frequently, giving us more feedback. We appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know, more than you'll ever believe. So we've been having some teeter-tottering effects with some of the effects that we're going to talk a little bit about tonight, that we're going to show a couple of the cards. To show you guys a few updates that occurred. We posted it on a Tabletop Simulator section, but I think we're going to go live in the stream and kind of talk a little bit really quickly and briefly discuss some of the card changes that were going to be out before we send to the printer, I believe either by tomorrow or the day after. I think we're cutting it like right to that point, right, Mr. Jason?
Yeah.
There we go. So that once they get out there, Jay's got a great relationship with the person, and we have a great turnaround, man. That's all I gotta say. So we're gonna be moving forward with hosting tournaments. We're still working on getting these tournaments down packed, but we want to make sure that everything is ordered, everything is on the way. That way we don't have to worry about anything. And then we're gonna be like literally cram packed, focus on these tournaments and start pushing into these tournaments. Again, we are at Nerdy Needs every single Tuesday. I think the schedule is going to be moving a little bit later for me on my behalf by 7 o'clock, because I do got my kids and I got to kind of juggle, it's a little daddy life, daddy daycare. So I got to make arrangements to make it work. But I'm making it my personal business to show up at the Nerdy Needs at 7 p.m. and gives me about 2 hours or so to be able to mingle with the community, play the games with new people that are interested, that you are in the Bay Area. If you are in Riverview area, Brandon area, go ahead and feel free to stop on by at our local Nerdy Needs game LGS, and we'll showcase the game with you and even just jot ideas. The people that have been showing up, we're very grateful, and we are we're honored to be able to take our personal time and their personal time to communicate and talk with them about great ideas on tournaments,
shout out to
tournament plays. Nerdy Needs, yes, Mr. Greg himself and Miss Michelle.
That's our day. That's Vanquisher Day at Nerdy Needs is Tuesdays.
They actually made that a day dedicated for us in our community to go in there and be able to play the game. So they're real cool, very cool people. They're very great. They're supporting our project since beyond day one and up until this actual moment here. So everyone's welcome. Anyone in the local area is welcome to come by. You'll meet with us. You'll be able to mingle. And again, we are structuring these tournaments, and we're getting a lot of great ideas that help narrow down the best tournament to play for our game. Again, our game's very different amongst other games, so there's only so much we can kind of inherit from other play styles, but then we got to take that and mold it to work what works well for our game. And I think last meeting, Jason, Stitch, just all came up with such a great idea of potentially making it a monthly campaign type thing, which we'll talk more in details once we get the details ironed out. Oh, yeah. Again, we'll be there tomorrow, this Tuesday. Look at me, I'm ahead of myself. This Tuesday, again, we're going to be discussing more about the tournaments. I'll be play testing the game a little bit more, and then talk a little bit more on that growth aspect of it. So
they want to know, Charlie, are all the Nebula heroes available in TTS?
Yes, they are. Absolutely. They are currently inside of the booster box. Here, I could show really quickly what that looks like. Let me get logged in very quickly. But yeah, all the heroes, even the heroes that are not part of the Dimensional Rift set, are available on TTS to test play. So you can play with Sanction. You can also play with Carlos, his entire build. I mean, they're all on TTS for essentially just to play test and kind of play around with. Just keep in mind, guys, Carlos is will not be tournament legal. At the
that version of him,
that variant, right. That's more collector and for fun and social play. But he probably won't be. We got to talk with Mr. Zip. Look, he's throwing down. I don't know. Look at Mr. Zip. No, Zip.
I'm gonna say if you're gonna use
Carlos,
you need a very specific deck to play with him, because I tried to play with him last
He's
Tuesday,
ruthless though.
and I got mollywopped.
You know what? I don't know. We'll talk with Zip. Again, this is up on Zip. We'll give Zip the power to determine. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel, devs. That he potentially may. I don't know. We'll talk with Zip. I really want to give respect. Yeah, I want to give respect to that aspect of it. But yeah, so really quickly, let me share my screen and showcase something for you guys here. So this is the tabletop simulator that I'm currently logged into. I don't know if my screen's running a little slow, but hold on here. No, I seem to be moving okay. Inside the booster box itself here is where you guys would be pulling the packs out. And in here, if you right click, you'll have access to all the heroes. So you'll have Sanction, you'll have... Oh, let me put this thick deck back. This is every card in the set, by the way. My wonderful Clara. Yeah, guys, y'all know I'm about to make my Clara build. I already made a ruthless Caligo build. Don't worry, Stitch. I gotta get you back up though. You got me pretty good the other night. So you guys can see clearly these are up. Let me get this over here. Let me move her. So all the heroes will be available, and they are available for test play right now as we speak. Go nuts. Go on TTS. Make your builds. Every card in the game is available. That are available. Are in the actual TTS. So yeah, we got Sanction, guys. Sanction, she's fully available right now as we speak. We got, of course, the magnificent Saigon, the deadly, very deadly Carlos. Which, hey, if you guys can uncode him, I already know someone that's gonna uncode the heck out of Carlos, man. So Carlos is definitely in effect. We got Cyber, we got Calera. Or Clara. Let me say it in Spanish. Clara.
What are you doing?
Bro, my bad. We got Caligo. I'm sorry, Caligo lately has been my go-to guy. I'm loving it. And Aurora, they're all available on TTS, guys. So yeah, absolutely. If you got TTS, that is the place right now to go to for the if you want to make an ultimate build. If not, they're also all available on the print and play, right, Jose? Yeah, so we got them all available on print and play too. So if you just download the file, print them. I made my own personal proxies. I made a few proxies for people in our community. If I know you're going to come to our TTS, if I got the time, I'll be more than happy to make a few proxies for you and go ahead and set you up a custom deck as long as I know what they are, and help out with the community to go ahead and get a couple gameplays. But yeah, that's essentially how we're doing them for now. We're playing more so with proxies on the physical when we're all meeting up at TTS right now, and we're all kind of just dabbling back and forth with custom proxies and our nerdy needs. Yeah. So, and also we're also playing online, and I don't know if Brandon mentioned this, but we're also doing camera gameplays as well for people that are having proxies. If you do want to print them and you're from a whole nother state, a whole nother area, and just wants to play in a physical, we have quite a few people in our community. I myself just recently got my kind of setup already set up for physical gameplay. Brandon is set up. I know Stitch got a setup. Just 31 got set. 31? Yeah, Just 31 got his setup. I believe Too Fluent has his setup as well. Yeah, Too Fluent. I mean, we got a handful of people in our community that has a setup that can play physical games.
I think new dude Crispy that just joined wants to play physical.
Right.
Yeah,
And this is what
print up the new cards though. I'm ready. I just don't have the new proxies.
Just come to my house, B. And I got the printer. I could probably print out a pretty decent deck. Just as long as you know what your build's gonna be. Yeah, I got you. So yeah, we got these set up. So anyone that's new, that's getting the decks now, we got camera gameplay that we could do as well. So that is definitely an option. And reach out to us because like I said, we have all kinds of ways to get the game played. It isn't just TTS, but we do cater to the actual physical gamers because I'm a physical gamer myself. I rather have the cards in hand and play. And I know some people in our community won't touch the TTS with a 10-foot pole. It happens, but it is what it is.
I don't blame them.
All right, so let's go on ahead and move on to the next segment here. So we are going to... All right, so we already discussed that last state of the game. I don't even know why it's still there. All right, so let's just jump right into the updates of cards. Card updates. Very quickly, let's jump right into it. Or actually, you know what, Jay? Should we showcase the mats before we jump into the cards?
Oh yeah, that was something special we was gonna show.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you see, look, not even all the devs know about it, man. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
All right, so
you guys know we sent payment for the play mats already, and we got the proofs back. So we're gonna show you what the proofs look like.
Yeah, they are on the way. Again, these images are a little darker than what they're gonna look like on finished product, but they do look absolutely terrific, guys. If you guys have your hands on any of the mats that we currently have, oh man, look, even the sewn edges on these are just they look really good. Let's get right into it. Let's dive right into it. So as you guys can see right here, we got the nebulae. Look how nice the edges are stitched, the whole nine. It just looks absolutely terrific, man. Let me shorten this down a little bit. Maybe I could show, not cut out too much. There we go. Boom. Boom. So that right there is the Nebulae Rise. Here we go. We got Miss Cyber here in all of her eternal phalanx glory. About ready to go ahead and reap. We got Mr. Killbox here. So good job, Jose. Hey!
He had to do it right on the
So
spot.
he noticed too, my man. He was like, oh, dang, he got caught. Yeah. All right. So we got this one, hands down. I'm sorry, I'm going to say is my favorite. You'll definitely be seeing me with this mat for sure. It's the Saigons Are You Balanced?
I like that. It looked good.
Yeah, we got and I know this one
that
here is
phrase "Are you balanced" is part of the lore, guys. So just know.
Yeah, it's huge.
Everything is baked into everything. Man.
Yeah. So we got Mr. Vale here with doing his deadly attack here. I'm sure people are gonna love this one here.
It looks good, man. I really love that art. Like that art looks so good. But that's my favorite one. Right there.
Mr. Raskin here with his paralytic precision.
I gotta put some input on this one.
So these ones here, and again, it looks washed and watered down because of the image that we got a picture of. At hand, it looks very beautiful, guys. I just can't. I can't. And again, like I said, look how beautiful the stitching came out with the actual print. Like up on the print, bro. Like it goes right through it. It's insane how nice and beautiful these things look. So yeah, these are the mats. I just want to go ahead and showcase the mats very quickly.
Just give it a moment of silence. It's so beautiful.
So beautiful, Gus. So beautiful. So before we get into the card corrections, because you
guys know that we got stuff ordered and on the way.
On the way.
Before the Kickstarter went off.
So before we go into the card corrections, we're going to showcase the Ian's Vortex card that are going to every single Kickstarter supporter that we all survived the outcome, right? So we got this card here. Let's go ahead and showcase this one real quick. Ian's Vortex, Mr. Brandon. And it will be foiled. It's gonna be very beautiful. It's the only one of a kind that you guys are gonna be able to get this at this time. So, and you can't have 4 of them in your deck. So good luck trying to get these from any other players or anybody else in the community. So, all right.
Is this a unique ability?
No. Absolutely, it's not. It's actually not. This here is you can have up to 4 of these in your deck, but one is going out to each, Patreon. Oh, not Patreon. Each Kickstarter supporter. So. Really quick, let's talk a little bit about the Ian's Vortex. Mr. Brandon, let's go. Let's review this card. That's new for everybody into the community.
So Ian's Vortex is going to cost you 4 storage energy points to get this bad boy down on the board. And once you got it in play, you're going to play it face up. All players shuffle the cards from their hands into their deck. Draw the same amount of cards back into your hand. So when you activate this one, everyone's going to take their hand. So if you got 6 cards, you're going to shuffle those 6 cards back into your deck, and then you'll draw another 6 cards. And that's going to go for all players, anyone playing.
Yeah, can you imagine this and the Acolyte mode or something within that nature that's just kind of just
very,
catastrophic?
very
Can you imagine you have your perfect hand, right? And how strategic you can play this. Like, I could already see players in our community already just like melting out an idea. Look at Stitch already. Here we go. So why this could work so effectively to your benefit is that if you are managing to play all of your cards, knowing your opponent has a few cards in his hand, you play Ian's Vortex, he's got to throw all those in his deck, shuffle, and pull 3 new cards out. You know, if he had 3 cards remaining in his hand or however many he has, he could draw the same amount. But now you just disrupted their strategy. But again, if you have nothing that you needed in your hands and you don't know if your opponent has something they need, you could play this card and disrupt everything in the game, and you get a new hand pulled out and maybe get a better set, right? So that's where this card plays a major role. And listen, Ian is going to be a tyrant in our game. I think we've decided as devs that Ian's Vortex and the character Ian that's going to come out is going to be something very villainous in our game, right? So it's going to try to take us out, but it won't. It won't. So we just wanted to celebrate that everybody that did stick around during that event. We felt in the goodness of our heart that, you know, there's many people out there that were affected and that wanted to support us and just couldn't. And the people that did still stick around during that, we're going to definitely reward you guys with in a very exclusive card. Again, and it helps for gameplay significantly. So you guys can definitely be expecting to be seeing this shortly. So as soon as we get them in hand, we'll definitely be showcasing this. But
remember, it's a themed card, guys, and this is the second themed card ever to come out for us.
Second.
And if the card is played and you guys, I could just see Cedric and them breaking this crazy.
Yeah.
Test it, play it.
It's different.
It's a theme first to be different.
It's different. It's absolutely different. Like, to play it as it's a strategy twister.
Things up, and then in the future gameplays that we'll have, it'll be pretty cool to have as well. Like, think about it in Acolyte mode when you're fighting a raid boss, and the raid boss has cards that they're playing. You could possibly mess up their hand too.
Disrupt.
So a lot of stuff that can happen in that sense. And if the card gets championed and everyone really likes it, we do possibly look at it as a card that could come out in a future set. Maybe not maybe not anytime soon, but it might come out in a future set. But as of the theme card version of it right now, go ahead and have fun with it, guys. We really just wanted to say thank you for everyone that stuck around during the hurricane that were able to. And just a thank you card in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so like we said, Ian is going to be within our universe, so it's not going away. So they, like Jason mentioned, there could be another variant to a set that'll come out, may not play the same, but there could be another Ian's Vortex or Ian something catastrophic event that can occur. So yes, again, thank you guys, everybody that stuck around us. Listen, we are going to take what we have and we're making magic happen, guys. Just know that we are making magic happen with what we got.
Yeah, and Stitch, our first themed card is the Spectral Grenade, the Halloween themed card.
Yeah, so they're actually both coming out during the Kickstarter campaign. So our first is the Spectral, and then of course, so you guys in the communities that has been with us since the Kickstarter stuff are actually getting both. So especially if you were the first 100 that made a comment, you're getting one for free, and then any additional that if you purchased, you'll end up getting those as well. So you can have up to 4 of the Spectral Grenades in your deck, just like any other grenade, and they can be used 4 of them, which we have a great thing going with that too, which we're not going to talk about not until the state of the game, until it unfolds. We got cool things going on with that Spectral Grenade, so you'll be very thankful and happy that you got those cards. The Ian's Vortex,
Micro 78 for subscribing on the Prime.
Appreciate you. Appreciate the love, guys. Seriously, we appreciate the love. So yeah, like the Ian's Vortex, again, it's a thank you. You can have up to 4 of these in your deck, but unfortunately we're going to be giving one out to everybody in the community. So you guys can kind of decide how, you guys want to kind of collect those on out for gameplay. All right, so that covers that piece there. Let's go on ahead and quickly pull out the changes. Guys, there's been some changes. Domino effect changes, which we're going to just go through them very quickly so that you guys can kind of see.
Micro,
love. All the way live. All right, so let's move back into the screen real quick. Quick updates. This one here isn't a major update. The weapon mods. We made an update last week by dropping the actual damaging value on these cards, right? They were dishing out quite a bit of damage for the cost, so we kind of bumped the cost up a little bit, and then we actually nerfed the damage slightly. The reason why it's on this category for today is because we forgot to update the data of the actual script. So it was saying that it was dealing 2, but the actual description was saying it was dealing 3 still, just like the previous one.
And you know I took full advantage.
Oh.
I was like,
but that's not what the card says.
It matters what it says.
Yeah, facts. There you go. See, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, though.
Yeah. Actually, I was adding it together because I got confused.
That's what I was like.
You know what?
So unfortunately, when we made those changes, we did it streamlined to all the classes, and we didn't change the actual text. So we made sure that we updated all the text. So just so everybody knows in the community, the solar grenade and the actual glacier grenade has been altered and changed in the text as well. So those will definitely be fixed and done whenever we get these all up and running. Let's talk really quick about the energy barricade. Energy barricade,
mods, not grades.
Mods, correct. Energy barricade. Let's talk a little bit really quickly about. We did go through some changes on these. Thank you guys in the community. Number one, for playing the cards, and giving us feedback on what you guys felt on the effects of the cards. So let's go ahead and cover this quickly, Mr. Brandon. The energy barricade. What it used to do was it used to be.
So
go ahead.
Yeah. So it used to be. So now it's play this card face down.
When targeted,
choose to flip the card and add 2 defense to your hero and all allies. So before, it was when targeted, flip this card and add 2 defense to your hero and all allies. And just because you're targeted doesn't necessarily mean that you've been hit or it's going to be a successful target. So now you get the choice of when to flip it. So you still don't know if you're going to be successfully targeted or not. But at least now you get to choose if you're going to flip it or not to add 2 defense. Maybe you're in a sticky situation and you're saying, you know what, I think they might possibly hit me. Let me go ahead and flip this trap now and get that 2 defense bonus.
Yeah, it hits you or your allies, right? So when this goes into our multiplayer, which is Carnage, this card is going to be very viable because you might not be the one getting targeted. Your ally might be the one getting targeted and might need assistance, and you can actually proc this card over to defend you or your allies. So it's a pretty good defensive tanking ability. So yeah, we had good feedback.
The caveat is you get to choose now when you're going to flip it, but you still don't know if you're going to get hit or not.
Correct.
Your choice.
Yeah, especially if you see a big heavy cannon coming, boom, flip that thing over, call it a day.
That is the point of adding 2 defense, is to get the opponent to miss. So.
Yeah. So that is the change. Again, thank you guys in the community that gave us feedback. And actually, we sat back, we thought about it. It was kind of a waste. People felt like it was a waste. It was like, man, if they target me with this little pistol that has no good targeting, I wasted this defense for no reason. And it kind of was. We saw that effect. We felt it, and it was like, yeah, it kind of was. For the cost, it was like, yeah, we definitely could have done something a little better. So we felt like this was happy medium. Some people have been testing it right now as we speak, because this was updated a couple days ago, and are very happy with the changes and feel like it's pretty well balanced. All right, so let's move on to the next card here. Orbital Shield, the pain of my existence for a little bit here, guys.
Orbital Shield, this one's the talk of the town. This is the one that everyone keeps bringing up.
Yes, this was the topic of conversation here.
People hate us, people love us.
All right, so this card, people that knew what this card used to do, it used to be able to stop any incoming damage from any weapon or abilities. And if you had the reinforced shield vitality, or the reinforced shield vitality equipped to your hero, it would last for 2 turns. So essentially, you couldn't do nothing for 2 turns. That was very painful. That was the glacier being frozen effect all over again. That nightmare. Remember that nightmare at the very beginning where you just couldn't hit, you were frozen, you couldn't do nothing. Essentially, that's what Orbital Shield kind of replaced the glacier freezing issue. So we definitely had to rework it. We reworked it. Some people in the community liked it, some people didn't. But we felt like this was the happy medium for what the ability was designed to do.
I've played with it since we've changed it, and I would say that I think it's at a good spot. You're still negating a lot of damage, and oftentimes, depending on where you're at in the game, you're negating all the damage. You're still negating everything.
Correct. Yeah.
Especially if you have reinforced shield out, you're pretty much that covers almost every weapon, including mods.
Right.
So you're still getting a lot of value out of this card.
Yeah, we didn't want to stop players from playing, right? That's essentially what it used to do. You literally couldn't do nothing but activate a card and end your turn, right? For a significant amount of time, especially if you have the reinforced shield activated. That was not the intent. When it got played out that way, we realized, yep, we just essentially stopped players from playing. People want to start playing the games, right? So you may not be able to successfully damage them with the amount of damage, but then again, you may, right? There's certain weapons out there that ignores abilities, and this here's an ability. There's certain weapons out there that ignore trap cards. This is a trap card. So if you have the right weapon at the right time and you swapped, or if you had it in the field, you can essentially just drill right through this defense. So that's the beauty behind it. But the way it was designed, nothing would have been able to penetrate right through it. So that was the issue that we were falling into, and we needed to rework it. So Mr. Brandon, very quickly, let's go ahead and review this card so that way we can move on to the next changes. The changes with this card, what is it doing now?
So, we already went over that.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we started off with that.
No, I think I read the old way. This is the new way.
All right. So when successfully targeted, your hero and allies reduce weapon damage by 3 for each weapon, and if you have reinforced shield attached, reduce by 2 more damage. So for each weapon, when you target, you're going to resist 3 of those damage. And if you have reinforced shield, which is a vitality attached to your hero, then you're gonna go ahead and resist another 2 damage.
And additional.
Essentially up to 5 damage per weapon.
Yeah, so keep in mind, this is damage. So when it's stating damage, it's any type of damage, whether if it's shield, kinetic, or energy class damage. It's just absorbing all of that damage. It's not damage specific, it's all damage. So any incoming damage from a weapon, it's absorbing and soaking all that up. So that's essentially what it's stating.
This used to last for 2 turns, and now it's only lasting for 1 turn.
Until the beginning of your
Like I said,
turn.
it's still, when you play it, depending on how far you are progressed in the game, it's still pretty much acting like the old orbital shield, and you don't want that happening for 2 turns in a row where you can't do anything. So.
Right. All right, let's move on to the next card. Next card, boom, diminish. A big change from this card, but very necessary change. So diminish was never being played. Nobody found any value in this card, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of never used it either. So we decided to repurpose this card for multiple different reasons, right? So effects are huge in our game, right? Whether if you're cursed, you're burned, you're frozen, you got all of these things. And the only way to really kind of mitigate that or stop that from occurring was our super rare card from the Conflicts card. But the problem with that card is that there's only one of those that could be in your deck because it's a unique. So the odds of even pulling that out to help mitigate any of this stack damage, and also the conflict card will heal you when you remove any of these effects. But now we decided to go ahead and rework diminish, and for diminish to be an actual energy class condition remover. So let's talk a little bit about diminish. What diminish used to do is that diminish used to mitigate any of the energy class incoming damage. So it would stop income. It was a trap card. Anytime you get hit with a glacier, solar, dark damage, it would flip and mitigate that completely, which was kind of like, I don't know, like trap cards working against grenades or something within that effect. It might have worked, but we didn't really see too much use of it. But we've seen that conditions were really a big deal in the game, and this card will help balance the amount of times you can get conditioned, and it can remove it from you. So let's talk a little bit about this really quick on this new diminish. Mr. Brand, if you want to review what it can do and what it does.
So diminish, it's going to cost you 2 to get it in play, and the ability is play this card face up, remove 1 energy class condition, and then you're going to go ahead and discard this card. I think we need to correct this one actually, Charlie.
Okay.
I think it should be remove 1 energy class condition, and then conditions cannot stop you from playing this card. So that way you can play it for glitch if you're being glitched. So
Wait, hold on. Glitch? No, glitch stops you
from playing support cards, I believe. If
we're gonna read that because actually we got to read that card right now. We'll double check that. But if that's the case, you're right. We do gotta not allow glitch to stop
I think
this.
glitch stops you from playing support cards. I might be wrong on that.
No, you might be right. It's rifts,
But
traps.
if it does, we just need to go ahead and correct it so that it states that
This can push past.
stop you from activating this card.
Oh,
But that's pretty much
what if glitch is the one condition you can't?
I mean, if that's how you want to do it, I thought that's the point of it was to take away conditions.
All right, you're right. All right, we'll talk a little bit offline.
All right.
This is what happens, guys. We're about to get into a debate.
At me, you'd be like, it's supposed to do this, and then he'd be switching
but
it up.
what? Yeah, we'd be doing that. But what if? You know?
Yeah.
So, but what if that one class can't be affected? You know, that's just how my man thinks sometimes.
What if we delay it one more day and then Jason gets upset and goes postal on both of us?
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next card
Hold
here.
on, man. Don't be saying my name,
Here
B.
we go. Why do we have conflicts card on here? I have no
I
idea.
have a conflict card right now, B.
Yo, this guy looks very
Because we're
familiar,
starting
y'all.
conflict, I guess.
Who is this guy?
Don't start no mess.
This guy's a
Won't be
good-looking
no
dude,
mess.
man. I don't know. I think I want to keep this
so
card.
back to diminish. The whole point of that card is to be able to remove any conditions that you may have in effect during your turn.
Yeah, essentially.
So,
all right.
it'll be a big help in the future.
I don't know why the conflict card's in here. Did we make a change to this? Ignore while cursed.
Remove all class. Ignore.
I don't think so. I think it was the cursed. Ignore curse effects. One life point condition. I think that was it.
We were supposed to change it and we didn't. So we need to add that to the list of change.
All right. All right. Well, let's go on and move on to the next one. Boom. Our grenades definitely ended up with an overhaul. Grenades ended up with some changes, especially the effects. So all grenades were doing severe damage and they were also dual conditioning, right? So we do, and we're just going to be very black and white about this and very transparent. We do plan on coming out with more grenades in the future that are probably going to be conditioning grenades, effects grenades, and all kinds of other deconditioned grenades. So these grenades were doing what they were designed to do, which is to freeze, which is primarily to do a standard condition. But then on top of that, they were doing another type of condition with it as well, whether if it exiled a card from your hand at random while cursing you and doing this and doing that. We decided to go ahead and strip some of those things out because those were designs for future grenades. And we decided to stick to the core root, allowing it to do the condition of what the class portrays. So like the Glacier grenade now, really quick, just down here at the bottom area, it states that any damage with this grenade freezes all enemies until the end of turn. Plain and simple, we felt that it gets pretty well balanced, especially for the cost of 3. The amount of stuff these grenades were doing, people are definitely hanging on to grenades, using grenades, because it's key for go ahead and strong chip damage before you start targeting your opponent. And we felt like the conditions definitely work out pretty well. So that's that. Next one is going to be the solar grenade, which is the same change. We went down into the bottom. So what we did is that any damage with this grenade burns the enemy 2 stacks damage. So what it used to do was not only was burning the stack damage, but it was adding an additional solar damage on top of the stacks, which was a bit extreme, especially if it was your weakness. You were getting shredded up with this grenade just by itself as a proximity. Because think about it, your proximity is dealing 2 solar damage as it is. Then if you get hit with it, you're going to get 2 stacks plus an additional solar damage on top of those 2 stacks. So that was just like checkmate. That was a bit much. We do plan on releasing those additional stack damage with other grenade types in the future of other solar grenades. I'm sorry, Mr. Brandon, if I'm breezing through this, but I'm just trying to get right into our next topic that we're going to jump into. So energy shift. Did we make a change into this? I think it was just terminology. Place to the top of the deck, discard this card. Yeah, we didn't make very much change to the energy shift.
Yeah, we just made some
just
typos.
Verb typo.
Yeah, I think there was some typos. We fixed it, made it look nice.
Right. All right, so let's move on. Dark grenade, same deal with dark grenade here. Any damage with this grenade curses the enemy until the end of their turn, which we'll talk a little bit about curse. Oh, curse was a pain of an existence during the test phases. All right, so quick rules. Quick rules. This is going to be a big deal, guys. This is what we did a lot of changes and reworked on, especially on the turn orders.
What does Glitch say?
What is who?
Glitch.
Could not use traps and or support cards. Yep.
No,
Yep. So we're definitely gonna have to rework that. But let's take it from the top, B, before we take it down to the conditions. So really quick, we did make some changes to the actual turn order. So Mr. Brandon will go ahead and review these really quick and talk a little bit about these guys.
All right, so we didn't make any actual changes to the turn order. We just cleaned it up to add some more information for you guys. So that way, when you're actually using this as a quick rules guide, it actually works as a quick rules guide.
Right.
So it says turn order. And then if you look to the right of that, it's going to say must be followed in order. We noticed that was one of the things that people were doing a lot. They were trying to backtrack or trying to decide, you know what, I want to draw my card and then recover my shield points, just trying to do things out of order. So we went ahead and added that to the quick rules just as a reminder that 1 through 7, that's the order that they need to be followed in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
All right. So now the other thing that you're going to notice is next to all the parts of your turn that are optional, it's going to say optional next to them. So recovering shield points, that's optional. Drawing a card is not optional. If you're V-triggered, drawing 2 cards is not optional. So you'll have to draw 1 card, or if you're V-triggered, you'll have to draw 2 cards.
Correct.
Everything else is pretty much optional except for ending your turn, because, you know, the game must go on. So you got to end your turn.
Correct.
All right, so that covers that part. We went ahead and added the decking rule on there for you guys. Unable to draw or running out of cards, what do you do in those situations? So you have a max of 8 cards in your hand and you have to draw more cards. What do I do? Well, you're gonna take 1 life damage. I run out of cards in my deck and I can't draw anymore. What do I do? You're gonna take 1 life damage. So there you go. How to win, which is probably the most important part of any game. It's not a fun game if you can't win. And then our class conditions, and you're gonna come down. We're gonna skip all these and go straight down to curse, because that is the one.
Well, it is the pain in the butt, but we'll talk about some of the changes, because other things did change besides just curse itself.
I've seen a lot of tears over this one.
For love and hate, guys. Listen,
seen some people rage. I've seen a few Karens out there. You know, it's been bad.
I can't stand you, Brandon, for real, bro. All right, so real quick, Glitch. I know a lot of people haven't played Tech yet, unless you played with Sanction on TTS. We definitely... And what made us go through Glitch, we had to change, was because we seen how Curse was being played. And we immediately looked at Glitch and we was like, oh, okay, yeah, we need to fix this. Based on how Curse was being played, Glitch wasn't any better. See, so Glitch would prevent you from exiling. It used to prevent you from exiling a card from your hand. Can you imagine the catastrophic if you constantly get glitched and you have 8 cards in your hand, you can't exile and you just keep drawing and you can't do nothing with it? That was a bit much, and we realized how bad of a place that would have been. So immediately we felt like glitching, it was more of a sabotage type thing, and we would rather the glitch to prevent you from using your rift cards, which is it's a card of constant, right? It stays in the field and you play it as needed, but it will stop you from playing those cards. It can stop you from playing anything active on the field, essentially. It's trap cards, and then of course any support card, which Brandon brought to my attention. We might have to modify the actual diminish card, or we may not. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But if we don't, then this will be the only side effect diminish won't be able to take off your hero, which is gonna kind of suck. But hey, it's just the way the condition works. But we'll talk a little bit about that offline and figure out what we'll come up with there. Burn has not changed. Burn has been a sweet spot. It works well, and the stack system works very well. We didn't want to apply a new stack system to any other condition other than solar. We've had plenty of talks about that. Shock, for those that have not experienced shock, which not very many people have at all, but shock has been changed a little bit too, is that the shield recovery points is reduced by 4 points. So whatever your value is, if your character recovers 8, he's only going to recover 4 if he's shocked. Okay, so it's a set number. It's only going to reduce 4 from your entire recovery points. Frozen is going to do the exact same thing Frozen's been doing, that target enemy cannot attack, target or counter attack. And then, of course, Curse. The big pain of the existence. I think we've changed Curse twice already. And we still... We feel like this here is going to end up being the sweet spot on Curse. It still allows players to play. The original Curse did not allow you to play cards. Period. You weren't allowed to use your storage points, which was a big deal and a big problem, especially for Raskin players. People that played Raskin, or even myself, I'm not even gonna lie. I use Kalego to his advantage. He's a dark hero, a dark assassin at that, and I capitalized with the Curse ability. And so we had report from few community members that was like, man, this is OP. Way OP. He was like, man, this is just dominating. It's not fair. You know, it's not cool. You can't play. It feels like the glacier ice thing again. And I was like, You know, at first I was like, well, maybe it's the build that the player was playing. Maybe it's just your build. It's your weakness. You know, I didn't have enough data to be able to support that. And then eventually we were getting more feedback from other players. And we're like, yeah, you know what then? And now we're looking at it and we're like, yeah, it's definitely broken and we need to go on and rework it. So we did a change. The first change was, I forgot what the first change was prior to this one, Mr. Brandon. Do you recall? I believe the first change was...
the first change was to
reduce it by 2.
By 2.
Set number.
That one seemed a kind of little weak.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of the conditions. So then we came up with this one, which we think is it's not too overpowered depending on the situation, but it's also not way underpowered.
Right. And again, it all goes back to how you play, right? So the biggest issue with Curse was the old way is that you as the player had no option to do anything. You had no choice. And we want choice to always be a factor of the game, but we want that risk for reward to be the biggest deal in our game. So with Curse allowing you to still play, which is the reward, the risk is that now you're going to take damage, dark damage at that. So that's going to be the choice for each point that you use. So if a card costs you 3 points, that's 3 dark damage you're going to take to play that card while cursed. So you want to make sure that if you play that card while cursed, it really must have changed the fight or the outcome. So we gave options to the game. We felt like this is probably the happy medium between the curse effect. You could choose to play cards or you could choose not to and just wing it off of you. Which
I think the most important factor is it's gonna allow you to recover your shields.
Correct.
That's what the biggest problem people were running into is that you would get cursed and then after that you get crushed.
Right. People were definitely holding out on as many of the curse cards to wait until your shield was wiped, then just keep you in a curse pendulum and just keep wailing out as much damage as possible and eliminate you from the fight. And it does work, and it did work very well that way. Essentially, this can kind of be similar, where you could use the curse effect to kind of slow them from using cards, because if they do play the recovery, they'll lose their points, but then anything they play on top of that, they'll probably be losing a lot of their shields before you get to place your attack, primarily, you know. But it still gives the player a recovery chance. It still gives the player a fighting opportunity. So I think that pretty much covers a lot of the updates. Guys, we apologize. There was a lot of cards we were updating in the back end before we hit State of the Game. Thank you guys in the community, number one, for helping us see these changes and for these things that was occurring. Mr. Jason, I think we capped at like 19 people tonight. I don't know. It's like pendulum, and I don't know what the thing was that you and Jose was working on in the back end, if that was still in effect. I know now it's kind of like teeter-tottering.
Nope. Maybe
so, all right. So, guys, we appreciate all you guys' support. All the stuff you guys have been giving feedback has been great feedback. Again, me and Jason and Brandon are going to be working on the back to get all these other pieces all up to date and getting these sent out. I believe the cards, and I think there's like a few other things that we got to finalize to have everything on the way. So we got everything in a good motion. Just want to give you guys a quick update. Everything is moving at its pace that it should be. The arrival time it's still on effect. So everything is still on. Everything should be here on time and arrive. All right. Nope. Let me stop sharing this here. Boom. So Before we close out tonight's segment, I know we've held out a little longer than normal, but we did have a lot of updates. We wanted to go ahead and fill you guys in. And again, we appreciate your time. Time is the most important thing in this entire world, and we really do appreciate every second that you guys decide to share with us tonight on our State of the Game, showing interest or even just showing love with the project. So, Jason, Brandon, Jose, is there any other updates that we need to put out there?
Oh, there is.
If we're,
go ahead, Jay.
If you're
Okay,
on,
okay, go. You
if you're
go.
on Instagram or if you're on any social medias, you see us post anything, please share it. You might have a friend who doesn't know that you're into the game and they might want to play with you or they might want to check it out. So we just ask everybody out there in the world, just if you see us post something, reshare it on your social medias so we can help continue growing the outreach. We've done so great this year in growth. We just need to continue growing so that we can connect to more people and get the game out there more. Just be on the lookout for more cool stuff we're going to do in the future. I'm about to make Brandon real busy soon, so just be ready, guys.
Right.
All right. Well, Mr. B,
I like staying busy.
what would you like to tell?
One more update before we go. I just wanted to let everyone know where the notification button is. That's gonna be right below the little screen area there, next to the heart. You're gonna want to go ahead and press that. Stay notified on everything going on Vanquishers TCG. Know when we're gonna be on every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing it big time over here.
Every day. All right, so we do appreciate everybody that does tune in, that shares, spreads the game, plays the game, spreads the love. Tell your mother, tell your grandmother, tell your cousins, tell everybody about the game because this is about to be on and popping. And again, we're glad out of our hearts to be able to give everybody out in the community something as a gift. We know it isn't very much to some people, to a lot of people. This is a big deal. But again, it's just a way to say thank you for sticking around with us. And this is just the beginning of the journey, guys. We've been working on this project since 2016. We ain't going nowhere. We're telling you guys that we know we got a rock solid game that works. We got mechanic systems in our games that work. That is a great operating system, and that is a great cool, it's just such a great cool game. If you have played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we got a lot of great ideas. We got a lot of game modes that we're going to be putting out. Just stick around. That's all we got to say. Just stick around, and we're going to be just accelerating at full speed. But you guys have any comments, questions of any kind? If you're watching this on a later date, feel free to message us below the actual video itself, or you can catch us on our Discord channel. We're live every single day, so you guys can come check us out.
Spotify and Apple.
Wait, I don't know how that works as far as chatting and
Doesn't matter.
messaging.
Just rate us and listen to us like that we can get our stuff and people can see us more.
Booyah. I say, there you go, Mr. Jose there. That's right. I forgot about that. See, I ain't even used to be announcing that we're on podcasts and all that stuff. But yeah, Mr. Jose made it happen. You guys asked for it. Mr. Jose brought it for you guys. All right. So we appreciate the love and all the support. And we're going to be updating you guys with much more updates on the next State of the Game. Just make sure you come follow us. Check us out.
Neuter your pets.
What happened?
Spay and neuter your pets. Be safe out there, guys. Be responsible pet owners.
Y'all don't want to see one of Charlie's pets. He's a pretty wild one.
No, he is wilding out, man. Especially, yeah. You know what? Let's not even talk about that. We're gonna end that right here. Yeah, no.
Next week episode.
Yeah. So we appreciate all you guys in our community. We got a strong community, a very organic community, and I love the love that we're all over in our. I can't say any more than that. I appreciate all you guys since day one, and all you guys that are still with us or jumping on in right now, welcome. And we'll continue giving you guys updates, even during our Discord. We're actively giving updates, State of the Game. We're giving you those same updates and more. So make sure that you guys tune in. But until the next State of the Game, Vanquishers,
we are out.
We are out.